Good morning, students. This is 10th standard biology video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson reproduction in plants and animals. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is reproduction. Two type of reproduction seen in the plants and animals. Then we have started vegetative reproduction and their types, that is fragmentation, budding, fission, vegetative reproduction by root, stem and leaves. These are all the different methods of vegetative reproduction we have seen in the previous video class. Now in this video we are going to see the asexual method of reproduction in plants and sexual reproduction in plants. Dear students, first asexual reproduction. So in an organism, they are producing the offsprings or next generation or new individuals without the fusion of male gamete and the female gamete is known as asexual reproduction. That is, single parent produce the newly formed organism without the fusion of gametes is called asexual reproduction. It is an important 2-mark question. A single organism without the action of or without the fusion of gametes, they are producing the newly formed offsprings is known as asexual reproduction. Here, the reproduction is taken place by a cell division is mitotic cell division. Is another important 1-mark question. Asexual reproduction is taken place by mitotic cell division. At the same time, meiotic cell division does not occur in the asexual reproduction. The offsprings or new generation which are produced by asexual reproduction, which are showing the similar character of the parental one. They are not showing any kind of newly formed varieties. They are exact the similar Xerox copies of parental one. This asexual reproduction in lower plants such as fungi and bacteria taken place by spore formation. This is also important 1-mark question. Asexual reproduction means without fusion of the gamete, they are producing offsprings. In this reproduction, mitotic cell division alone taken place, no meiotic cell division. The newly formed individuals which are resembling their parental character. Then this reproduction is taken place by spore formation. The spore formation asexual reproduction method is the common method in fungi and bacteria. Dear students, during spore formation, a small oval-shaped structure which is developed from a fungal hyphae that is known as sporangium. So dear students, in the lower plants, some of them are unicellular, some of them are multicellular. Their plant body look like the filamentous structure. There is hair-like outgrowth. Many hair-like outgrowths are interconnected by forming a net-like outgrowth. So one of the filament which are forming a oval-shaped structure is known as sporangium. This Filamentous structure which is present in the fungi means that is known as fungal hypa. So the fungal hypa which are containing single nucleus. This nucleus divides several times and produce many sporangium. Many spores which is taken place inner side of the sporangium. So each nucleus with a small amount of cytoplasm is developed into a spore formation. These spores are liberated and developed into a new hypha after reaching the ground or substratum. That is said to be asexual reproduction. So the fungal hyphae which are producing oval shaped structure is known as sporangium. The sporangium which are containing the single nucleus which undergo repeated cell division forming many spores with a single nucleus and a cytoplasm. Once they get matured, they liberated from the sporangial wall and falls on the suitable substratum, finally developed into a new individual. That is said to be asexual reproduction in fungi. For example, they are given here Rhizopus fungi. So Rhizopus fungi, otherwise known as bread mold. When you are placing the bread piece in a corner of your house, after 2 days or 3 days, a black color patches which is arising on the surface of a bread pieces. When you scratch that black color powdery substance placed under microscope, we can able to see a structure is known as spore formation in Rhizopus. See, the first one is the Rhizopus hyphae. From that rhizoidal hyphae, rhizoidal means a small root-like hyphae. It's not a root, but root-like hyphae which are producing a oval-shaped structure known as sporangium. At the tip of the long, slender, that means straight, stalk-like portion is called sporangiophore. Dear students, see the left-hand side diagram. At the base, they are having rhizoidal hyphae, that is root-like hyphae. Then they are producing long, slender, stalk-like structure known as sporangiophore. At the tip of the sporangiospore only, they are having the oval-shaped body known as sporangium. Then, the sporangium which contains nucleus undergo repeated cell division to form many spores with a single nucleus and a cytoplasm. They are matured inner side of the sporangium. Once they matured, the sporangial wall dehiscens, that means split or destroy. They are liberate the spores outside. The spores which are taking certain resting period. The spores which are containing nucleus at the center with a dense cytoplasm surrounded by a outer thick wall and inner thin wall. Sometimes the outer thick wall is look like thorny appearance. Thorn, what is that one? Mull. Okay. Thorny appearance is known as spore. During favorable season, the spore which is developed into a young mycelium or hyphal plant, not hyphal plant, hyphae of the fungal plant. That process is known as germination of a spore. Germination means it shows growth development into a new individual. That is known as asexual reproduction in Rhizopus fungi. Dear students, this is the colored picture which are showing the Rhizopus fungi. This is the rhizoids. They are producing a stalk-like structure is known as sporangiopore. At the tip they are having sporangium, which undergo mitotic division, mini mitotic division, forms number of spores with the nucleus and the cytoplasm. The inner side they are having the small yellow color oval shaped body at the tip of the sporangiophore or stalk is known as columella. Around the columella only the spores are produced. Once they have produced large amount inner side of the sporangium, the sporangial wall dehisces and liberate the spores outside with a single nucleus and cytoplasm and exine and intine. Exine means outer wall, intine means inner wall. So during favorable season, these spores are developed into new individual. That is said to be asexual reproduction in fungal hyphae. Dear students, up to this we have seen how vegetative reproduction and asexual reproduction taken place in lower plants and animals. Now we are going to see sexual reproduction in plants. Dear students, what is sexual reproduction? A newly formed organisms are produced by the fusion of male gametes and the female gametes is known as sexual reproduction. That is said to be sexual mode of reproduction seen in the higher plants. Some lower plants also showing this kind of reproduction, but higher plants only showing the advanced mode of sexual reproduction. In this reproduction, they need two gametes, one from the male parent, another one from the female parent. Male gametes are known as microspore and the female gametes are known as egg or ova. Both of them fuse together to form a diploid zygote. This diploid zygote developed an embryo. The embryo developed into a new individual. That is said to be sexual reproduction. Dear students, see the paragraph. What is sexual reproduction? Is the important 2-mark question. Sexual reproduction is the process in which two gametes, what is that one? Male and female gametes are fused to produce newly formed offsprings of their own kind. Is known as sexual reproduction. Dear students, now we are going to see how sexual reproduction is taken place in advanced plant, that is flowering plants. Flowering plants means plants which are producing flower as a reproductive organ. That flower only which contains two type of sex organ. One is the male sex organ, another one is the female sex organ. Dear students, before going to see the sexual reproduction in higher plants, we have to see parts of a flower. So this is the basic topic you already studied in the lower classes. All the plants which are producing the reproductive organ is known as flower. How the flower is produced in the plant means it is a modified form of a shoot. Shoot means stem, isn't it? The stem only afterwards modified into or changed into flower with a limited growth. So stem means they are having number of branches, isn't it? They are growing the many branches in growth developmental stage, producing many branches. But This flower is a modified form of shoot with limited growth responsible for sexual reproduction. That is reproduction. Okay. So this is another important 1 mark question and 2 mark question. What is flower? The flower is a modified organ of a shoot with a limited growth and responsible for the sexual reproduction. That is 2 mark question. The 1 mark question is, dash is the modified form of shoot with a limited growth and take part in the sexual reproduction. The answer is what? Flower is the answer. Dear students, we all know that one, and also you are wearing on your hair different colors of a flowers. Orange color, red color, white color, yellow color, violet color. So these are all the pink color, rose color. These are all the different colors of a flower which are contains 4 common whorl. Whorl means different cycles. So circles, different circles of a flower. Basically, it is divided into 4 parts. It is start from the outer whorl to the inner whorl. Dear students, we are going to use shoe flower to explain the parts of a flower. First one is the calyx, which is green in color. The individual one of the calyx is known as sepal. That is collection of sepal only known as calyx. Then the second whorl is corolla. Individual one is known as petal. Collection of petal only known as corolla. Dear students, both of them which are showing the variation, calyx, which is always green in color. Some exceptional case, it is in the form of colored nature, that is orange in color. Another one, corolla, which is opposite to calyx, showing the different color, consists of petals. These 2 regions do not take part in the reproduction, but they are helping for the reproductive process. So calyx and corolla are known as accessory whorl or helping whorl. Why it's said to be helping whorl? They do not take part in the reproduction, but they are helping to the reproductive process. Next one only, third whorl, that is androecium, is known as male sex organ, consists of stamen. Dear students, calyx, sepal, corolla, petal, androecium, stamen. Androecium is the male reproductive organ. Then next one, gynoecium is the female reproductive organ. Individual one is carpel. So these are all the 4 whorls of floral parts, which are starting from outer to the inner. Calyx, green color, corolla, different color, androecium, male sex organ, gynoecium, female sex organ. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the shoe flower, that is in Tamil Sembaruthi, which are showing the 4 whorls. At the base, here, stalk-like portion is known as pedicel. Stalk-like portion of a flower known as, what is that one? Pedicel. In Tamil, we call it pookambu. Okay. Then, at the tip of the pedicel, they are having the green colored portion is known as first whorl, that is calyx. Most probably it is 5 in number. In cross section, we can able to see only 2. The individual one is said to be sepal. Then next one is the colored whorl, which is red in color, known as corolla. Individual one is sepal. So both of them showing different color variation. One is always green in color, another one is different color, which are attract the insects for pollination. What is pollination? We will see later. So that this calyx and corolla are known as helping whorl or accessory whorl. Then next one is the third whorl named androecium. Individual one is stamen, which is yellow in color, consists of a large filamentous like structure. That means thread like structure is known as filament. At the tip they are having the yellow color body named anther lobe. So the androecium of a stamen consists of a filament and an anther lobe, which is known as male sex organ. Then the last whorl is gynoecium, female sex organ, and also fourth whorl, which consists of 3 parts. At the base, it is known as a oval shaped structure known as ovary. Then both the sides are joined and to form a slender path or tubular like structure is known as style. Then at the tip they are having a small cap like structure is known as stigma. These 3 only constitute the gynoecium, that is female sex organ, or otherwise known as pistil. Dear students, this is the different part of a flower. Out of this 4 whorl, first 2 calyx and corolla known as accessory whorl, androecium and gynoecium only known as reproductive whorl or an organ responsible for sexual mode of reproduction. Dear students, I hope have you all understood different whorl of a flower, and also flower is a modified form of shoot with a limited growth responsible for sexual reproduction. So this is the part of a flower. Dear students, what I explained with the help of diagram is given in the paragraph. The 2 outermost whorl, calyx and corolla, are known as non-essential whorl or accessory whorl or helping whorl, I told you, isn't it? That means they do not directly take part in the reproduction. The other 2 whorls are androecium and gynoecium are known as essential whorl because they take part in the reproduction directly. First one is the androecium. It's a male sex organ. Dear students, kindly note it down. It's an important 1 mark question. The male part of a flower is made up of with individual one is stamen. Each stamen consists of a thread-like structure known as filament. At the tip of the thread, they are having the bag-like structure known as anther. Inside the anther only, the male gametes, pollen grains are produced within the pollen sac. So this is the male reproductive organ. Dear students, this is the structure of a stamen, which consists of filament, a long slender stalk-like portion is known as filament. At the tip, they are having two anther lobes, both of them attached by a median part. So these two lobes are known as, or a bag-like structure is known as anther lobe. Both anther and filament, it's commonly known as stamen. So this is the structure of anther, or a male sex organ, which is present in the flower of a plant, which is responsible for sexual reproduction. Dear students, this is the structure of a male gamete known as pollen grain or microspore, which is produced the inner side of the anther lobe, which contains pollen sac. So inner side of the pollen sac only, they are produce yellow color powdery substance is known as pollen grains. The pollen grains, which contains two layer, outer thorny thick layer known as exine. The inner thin layer is known as intine. Then at the center, they are having the nucleus, that is known as vegetative nucleus. Another one is the generative nucleus. So this vegetative nucleus, which is responsible for the production of pollen tube, and the generative cell or a nucleus, which is responsible for producing the two male gametes, that is known as pollen grains. At the tip of the exine, at the margin region is known as the exine. Any one region of the exine having the minute pore is known as germ pore. Through the germ pores only, the pollen grains are liberated outside. That's the inner side of the pollen grains having the dense cytoplasm with many vacuoles and two nucleus known as vegetative nucleus and generative nucleus. So this is the structure of a male gamete known as pollen grains. Dear students, this is the structure of male organ which is seen in the flowering plants. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.